Forks Day arrived almost a week early. However, this time only half of Parliament was due to be blown up, the House of Lords. And the guy was Harold. We were surprised that he stopped where he did. We rather expected him to abolish the whole thing.
You must be joking. Any minute now I may be needing to be kicked up there myself.
But what do the lords and ladies in the upper house think about it? Giving a new twist to the famous song from Gilbert and Sullivan's Iolanthe is our own peer, Lord Peter Reeves.
The Commons wants to rule the Lords. That's bad King Harold's plan. To curb their power is his idea, and each hereditary peer will face a voting ban. So Gloucester, Edinburgh, and Kent can't help in each predicament. Instead, the country now will bank on wise lords like J. Arthur Rank. Who needs the Duke of Norfolk's will? We've Lady Edith Summerskill. Who needs the rules of Queensberry? Lord Willis rules the scene. Securely does old Britain stand, with his creation's guiding hand, his Dixon of Dock Green. When the Lord Chamberlain, alack, can't vote to give himself the sack, or vow it's to protect the fruit he views, the Duke of Bedford's nudes. And Argyle's Duke can leave the strife and sort out his domestic life. The British Constitution has for ages stood the test. That's more than has a Harold's bit, yet now he wants to do to it what he's done to the rest. But I can't help but feel it may be that the Lords will win the day, for it's the power of each peer to hold the bill up for a year. No wonder Harold looks so sour. Can he keep himself that long in power?
For some time, we've been puzzling what it was that the behavior of the politicians reminded us of. Well, this week it was suggested that they were like a lot of squabbling schoolgirls. Well, why not capitalize on this? It could be the best seller this Christmas. So Listen to This Face presents the schoolgirl story to end all schoolgirl stories, though it probably won't. And it is called The Sixth Form at Westminster, or The Pale Pink House Captain.
Georgina Brown uttered a wail of protest.
Yaroo, you beast. Let go. I'll get even with you, Harriet Wilson.
But the fat owl squirmed to no avail. She was held firmly on the carpet once again. Harriet Wilson's voice was tense with anger.
You've let the house down again, Brown. You go out to Rowena Thompson's party, and what do? You scoff a lot of pop, and you can't control yourself. And you disgrace yourself at the table. I'm tired of cleaning up your messes.
Georgina Brown hung her fat head. She knew she was the clumsiest girl at Westminster. Her head of house continued.
I told you to concentrate on making friends with Froggy de Gaulle.
You won't get anywhere with her. It's no jolly use you trying.
It was the girlish tones of Edwina Heath who'd from the right wing of the Westminster buildings. She was the head of Blue House, deadly rival to Harriet Wilson's pale pink house. The hearty Harriet Wilson frowned. Edwina Heath was a bit of a bounder. She'd been to grammar school before her scholarship to Westminster, and though she assumed public school airs, the rough edges hadn't really worn off. Not for nothing was she known as the Teddy Girl.
You're only after Froggy the girl's tuck box. But you won't get it, you know. She's got 5 chums of her own,
It was right across. She referred to the 6 members of the Handicrafts Club who specialized in marquetry. It was little use for the other girls to refer to it as common marquetry. All wanted to join the club. Georgina Brown squeaked up.
Ah, boo, Harriet Wilson. You've got one on you there. Sucks to you. Shut up, shut up.
It was a typical Brown speech. Harriet Wilson knew there was only one way to deal with the fat owl. He made a threatening gesture, and Georgina fled. Not the Jolly Juniors.
Oh, Jape's on you, Wilson Oldfruit. I remember how you used to thumb your nose at me when I tried to be best friends with Froggy the girl, when she was a new bug. You said I got another of my crushes. You were too busy with your own crush on Blue-Nosed Barbara.
That's no way to talk about the matron. You're a bounder. You're a bounder, Teddy Girl Heath.
Heath blushed. So her secret was out. Bounder, a jumped-up nobody. Oh, she wanted to cry.
You just wait, Wilson. You may be head girl here, but wait till we both get to Cambridge.
I'm not going anywhere near Cambridge.
Hello, chaps.
It was Jemima Callahan. Her tone was urgent.
I say, Wilson, do you know what some rotten egg's done?
I just said I'm not going anywhere near Cambridge.
That's not what I mean. It's Froggy the Gaul. Someone sneaked.
Wilson tossed her locks angrily, but she went a whiter shade of pale. It didn't go unnoticed by Edwina Heath.
Oh, you planned a prank on Froggy, and someone blabbed.
It's a jolly old crisis. He'll never let us join his dorm feast now. You know what Froggy's like.
They looked at each other and nodded. At loggerheads they might be, but at least they were all British. They knew not to trust foreigners, especially ones from countries that ate snails and horses. However, it was kindly Harriet Wilson who put their thoughts into words.
It's not Froggy the Gold's fault. Over there they aren't brought up like us. Cave. Here comes Froggy now.
They broke off as Froggy the Gold came in. She was somehow not quite English, not quite British. Perhaps it was the size of her head, or perhaps it was because she never shaved. Still, neither did Geraldine Navarro, but Geraldine had good English blood, as Edwina Heath often said.
Blood in Navarro.
Froggy the Gaul was livid. She walked up to Harriet Wilson and slapped him down.
I say to you, Wilson, piff, and to you, Heath, puff, and to you, Callahan, poof. I know all about your plan. Your fag, Chaffant, he was smoking blotting paper with some of the inky fingers during writing prep, and he split on you.
Oh, it was a blow beneath the belt. They had never known the girl so angry, so arrogant, so typical. Harriet's chin stuck out proudly. She was always sticking her chin out. But she had the right words for the occasion.
To be perfectly frank, and I'm...
It was Harriet Wilson's customary answer, an answer to which no one at Westminster ever dared to reply.
Zut alors, now, vache, I think you are fibbing.
The girls gasped. Someone had dared, and used filthy French language, too. Recklessly, the madcap continued.
I know how you plan to form your own marquetry club in the Brownies, with yourself as sixer. Well, you won't do it. And what's more, you won't share my tuck box. I know what you're after.
Chalfont's just making up fairy tales.
Hammered Harriet Wilson. Froggy had caught her bending.
I know what you're after, Wilson. All my goodies. But you are not laying a finger on my French tarts.
And off went the girl, bosom heaving with anger. Jemima Callahan was the first to break the silence.
Never mind, Harriet. We may speak up for Chalfont in public, but you wait till we get the little beast alone in our study.
But it was Edwina Heath who was happy to take the unsporting advantage of the situation.
Honestly, Wilson, you and your set, you're for the wagger-pagger-bagger.
Oh, you shut up, Teddy Girl. You're not head of Westminster yet.
Yes, Teddy Girl. We can lick you any time you care to mention. You and your blue house.
The old rivalry had flared up, for Wilson's house and Heath's house were the only houses that counted at Westminster. There was Thorpe House, too, of course. Thorpe girls were very exclusive. Only 9 of them in a house that could hold over 600.
I suppose you wouldn't care to put that burst to the test, Wilson and Callahan. Your lot against mine.
Whenever you like.
Wilson sounded confident, but inside there was a doubt. Edwina Heath and her lot were very popular, and they fielded a strong team.
Right then. And when I say right, I mean right. Now, rounders on Thursday on the Gorton playing fields.
So on Thursday at the Gorton playing fields, the teams were lining up. Edwina Heath's team was captained by Winnie Spencer Churchill Minimus. Her granny had been head pupil at Westminster once.
Young Winnie doesn't seem to have inherited much of old Winnie's stuff, but it's a good name. And all we need in a match is to score 8,000 more than we did last time.
On the other hand, Wilson's team had won the fixture for the last 12 years, ever since the pitch had been created. Wilson was confident.
If we can't have someone from Girton, we'll have someone from Gorton. We'll have Marks for captain against Winnie Spencer Churchill.
Yes, it was a clear-cut issue, Marks versus Spencer.
You know what, Jemima?
What, Harriet?
We ought to win. There's only three things I'm scared of.
What are they?
Their team, our team, and everyone in Gorton.
The match was over. Edwina Heath was celebrating with her friends.
You know, we nearly won. I think I might even have a go at Froggy to go myself. I mean, there's a lot that's French about me. I use French fags, I play French cricket, and I wear French knickers.
But in the dorm, Harriet Wilson and Jemima Callahan were examining their bruises over a steaming cup of cocoa.
This cocoa could use a little something hot in it.
Yes, Harriet.
Pass the HP sauce.
Yes. Yes, I was thinking about the Gorton match today. Our rotten score. You know what the trouble was?
Yes, me and you and Georgina Brown and Patricia Gordon-Walker and, oh...
No, I mean everyone, the whole house. The rotten tomatoes let us down.
That's nonsense, Callahan. There are no rotten tomatoes in our house. There are no rotten tomatoes anywhere.
How do you figure that, Wilson?
Well, to be perfectly frank and honest and reasonable, they threw them all at me at Cambridge.
And now it is contribution time. Well, again, we've been having a ball reading what you sent us. Already you've heard the runners-up, but here are the book token winners from the clippings and quotes that you sent us this week. J. MacDonald of Dundee sent us this advertisement from his local cinema.
Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Sex can be difficult with 10 desperate men.
Those are two different films, of course. D.P. Gay of Tenterden sent us a Middle East Army Brigade order.
Brigade notices with disfavour that shorts are being worn shorter. If shorts are worn any shorter, shorts will not be worn.
Oh, by the way, you forgot the address, Mr. Gay, so let us know and we'll send you your book token. Alan G. Hughes from Dublin sent us the Irish Times. Through a printer's error, they've run two news stories into one with the following incredible results.
The Pope will undergo the operation for his prostate condition almost certainly by November the 10th. Vatican sources said that the Pope's
Artillery was said to be within 15 miles of Suez City, where the columns of grey smoke still rose from oil refineries blasted by Israeli gunfire.
Our favourite for this week comes from Mr. Fowler of Lymington, whose cousin saw this posted up in a narrow alley.
public conveniences. Cyclists must dismount.
Yes, those are the prize winners for this week. Now try for next week, and the usual address is Listen to This Space, BBC Post Office Box 1AA, London, West 1. Listen to this BBC Post Office Space and Box Office, London, West 1. I hope they'll cut that. And that wraps it up, except that we love the item about the police inspector giving evidence in a barking court against a man accused of drunkenness. He said, "The accused smelt very strongly of breath." Well, that's all the breath we have time for this week, so until next week, good night.